Yo, you guys will not believe the absolute madness I just started reading. It's called Solo Leveling, and the very first page, straight up chaos. Blood everywhere, a broken blade, and this kid looking like he's literally 1 second away from dying. And then look at this. He's surrounded by massive stone statues with glowing eyes. I'm sitting there like, okay, horror movie vibes already. I'm thinking, all right, cool. This is where the main character goes full god mode, right? Nope, absolutely not. He's just laying there, bleeding out, completely helpless. And I'm like, wait, this is the main character? For real? Turns out, yeah, this guy's literally the weakest hunter in the entire world. All right, rewind for a second. We're in Seoul. Hunters are everywhere now. Celebrities, flashy gear, everyone acting like they're unstoppable. And then there's our boy, Sung Jin-woo. Man, I actually feel bad for him. He's risking his life in dungeons where even a random goblin could take him out just to pay his mom's hospital bills. Mad respect. But power-wise? Yeah, he's got nothing. He shows up for a raid and you should see the other hunters' faces. They're smiling like, oh nice, Jin-woo's here. But let's be real, they're happy because if he's in the party, they know they won't be the ones getting beaten up. He's basically their human shield. Cold. Absolutely cold. They literally call him the world's weakest hunter. Can you imagine that? That's like being picked last for dodgeball every single time. Brutal. And somehow he's still got a babysitter. This healer girl, Ju-hee. She's always patching him up, nagging him like, Jin-woo, you promised to be careful. And he's just standing there, scratching his head like an idiot. He tells her, don't worry, I'll be careful this time. Yeah, sure bro, we already saw the first page. We know how that turns out. So this so-called dream team gets together with some veteran leader. Everyone's relaxed, easy money, in and out. Jin-woo pulls out his dagger and man, that thing looks like a cheap kitchen knife he bought for $3. I'm looking at this like, bro, what are you even doing? And then they step through the gate. It's dark, it's creepy, and I swear, even before anything happens, you can feel it. Something is about to go horribly wrong. And these guys, they are not ready for the nightmare waiting on the other side. So they keep walking deeper into the dungeon. And at first you're thinking, okay, just another boring raid, right? And then, boom, they run straight into this massive ancient stone gate. And I'm telling you, this thing does not look normal. It looks like it's sealing something legendary, something you're not supposed to mess with. Even the leader, Mr. Song, stops and starts scratching his head. And he's like, guys, this is a double dungeon. Bro, I'm literally yelling at my screen. Turn around. This is how every horror movie starts. But of course, nobody listens. Half the group is like, I don't like this. Something feels off. And the other half? Think about the loot, man. We're gonna be rich. Greed really messes with people. Every single time. And it's a dead tie. 6 votes to leave, 6 votes to stay. So who gets the final decision? Yep, Sung Jin-woo. Everyone turns to him, staring like he's about to deliver some divine prophecy. And I'm sitting there like, Jin-woo, please, just go home. Get some ramen. Stay alive. But nah, he's thinking about his family, the hospital bills, that look in his eyes. Yeah, he raises his hand. They're going in. Worst decision of his life. No contest. The doors start creaking open. And instantly, wow. This isn't a cave anymore. This is a full-on temple. Massive, cold, way too quiet. And the art here? Absolutely insane. You can see it on their faces. Even the cocky ones are sweating now. And Jin-woo? His weakling instincts are screaming. He knows this is a trap. He feels it. But it's already too late. Then they see him. A giant stone god, sitting on a throne. Just sitting there, not moving. But I swear, I felt the pressure through my monitor. This dude is huge. Like, one wrong step and you're a pancake. And then, clang! The doors slam shut. No exit, no escape. Everyone starts panicking, and I'm just watching like, oh, it's happening. This is really happening. Jin-woo looks up, and this is the moment that gave me chills. the statue's eyes. They move. He's looking right at them. And I'm like, yeah, RIP everyone. It was nice knowing you. Because this, right here, is where the real solo leveling actually begins. Then they find this stone tablet, the commandments. First, worship the Lord. Second, praise the Lord. Third, prove your faith. And I'm sitting there like, what is this? A church service from hell? And of course, there's always that guy. Some random hunter just snaps. He's like, screw this, I'm out. Turns around, heads for the door. And I'm yelling, no, 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 don't be that guy. The runner always dies first. And yep, exactly that. The second he touches the handle, clang, the door slams shut. Hard. Like nuclear level hard. The entire room shakes. And now you can see it. Pure terror on everyone's face. The guy starts screaming, pulling at the doors. And then you hear it. Stone grinding. Screech! One of the statues by the door moves. Before he can even blink, bam! The statue swings a massive stone axe. No magic, no warning, just raw, brutal force. And the guy? Gone. Just like that. I'm staring at my screen like, wait, did that really just happen? The whole group freezes. They finally get it. This isn't a dungeon. It's a slaughterhouse. And then Jinwoo looks back toward the throne, and the giant statue's eyes, wide open, glowing red, murderous. Bro, I literally jumped because this is it. The real nightmare has officially started. The vibe in the room changes instantly. 1 second they're hunters, the next, they're targets. That stone knight by the door just turned their friend into a pancake, and now the exit? Locked. Completely sealed. Everyone starts freaking out. People are screaming, the statues are moving. They try to fight back, but bro, it's useless. It's like hitting a mountain with a toothpick. Their swords snap in half, and you can see it in their faces. Pure, raw terror. But then, Jinwoo feels it. That cold shiver down his spine. The kind that tells you something really bad is about to happen. He slowly looks up, toward the center of the hall, toward the giant on the throne. And I swear, my heart skipped a beat just watching this. The god statue? It's looking right at them. It tilts his massive head, and those eyes, those glowing red eyes, lock onto the group like a predator staring down ants. And suddenly, Jinwoo's survival instincts kick in hard. He screams at the top of his lungs, "Everyone, get down!" And I'm literally leaning back in my chair like, listen to him, he knows what's coming. And then, kaboom! 2 massive beams of red heat shoot straight from the statue's eyes. This isn't just magic, this is total annihilation. Like a sci-fi death ray, but 1,000 times more terrifying. The ones who were too slow? Gone. Reduced to ash in a split second. Pillars start melting, the floor is exploding. And I'm just staring at the screen like, how are they supposed to survive this? Jinwoo is face down on the ground, the heat literally singeing his hair. And he watches as his team, people he's known for years, just evaporate. It's brutal. Honestly, it's haunting. The beam finally stops, and suddenly, dead silence. Just fire and crumbling stone. Nobody moves, because they know if you even twitch, those eyes will find you. And then it clicks for Jinwoo. He remembers the tablet. Worship the Lord. And that's when he realizes the truth. They're not fighting a monster. They're trapped in a sick, twisted game. And if they don't bow down right now, it's game over for everyone. The entire hall is covered in ash. The air smells like ozone, burnt stone, death. The people who survived the lasers, pinned to the floor, too scared to even blink. One wrong move, zap, and you're done. Like literally cooked. And of course, there's always that one guy, some high ranker who thought he was untouchable. He just snaps. I'm not dying like this. And he jumps up, tries to sprint for the door. And I'm yelling at my screen, "No, bro, stay down! Did you learn nothing from the last 10 seconds?" And instantly, the giant doesn't even move. Not its body, just its eyes. Red flash, and that guy? Gone. There's nothing left. No body, no ashes, nothing. It happened so fast, my brain couldn't even process it. Jinwoo is sweating like crazy. His mind is racing. He looks back at the tablet. First, worship the Lord. He looks at the giant statue, then at the survivors, and suddenly it clicks. It's simple, and that's what makes it terrifying. He screams, "Everyone, bow, bow before the statue." And people just stare at him like he's completely lost his mind. They're like, "What? You want us to pray to the thing that just murdered our friends?" But then Mr. Song gets it. The leader doesn't hesitate. He drops first, presses his forehead against the cold stone floor, and one by one, the others follow, shaking, crying, sobbing. Honestly, it's the most desperate thing I've ever seen. Jinwoo is the last one to bow. He's staring straight into those massive, glowing red eyes, and I swear, for a second, I thought the statue was gonna fire again just to mess with them. My heart was pounding. Now everyone is face down on the floor, literally worshipping a stone monster. The silence, deafening. You could hear a pin drop, and we're all just waiting. Is it working? Is this enough? And then, the red glow in the statue's eyes starts to fade. That crushing, murderous pressure, gone. It feels like the god is satisfied. They think it's over. People are crying, thanking every god they know. But Jinwoo looks up and sees the statue's face. It's not blank anymore. It's twisted, smiling, mocking. Bro, that smile will haunt my dreams because this game has only just begun.
Bro, that grin is pure nightmare fuel. And then it gets worse. The giant god stands up. Just imagine that much stone moving. I swear, it felt like the whole world was breaking apart. Everyone starts celebrating, thinking, that's it, the doors will open now. But Jinwoo? Nah, he's staring at the tablet again. Second commandment, praise the Lord. And I'm like, praise the Lord? What does that even mean? One guy completely loses it, thinks he cracked the code. He runs toward the statue screaming, "Hallelujah, you're great, please let us go." And I'm yelling at my screen, "Bro, stop, this is not a church." Bad move. The god doesn't hesitate. It lifts its massive foot. One step, that's it. The guy doesn't even finish its prayer. He's gone. Just a red stain on the floor. And the panic? Oh, it's back. Worse than before. The giant starts walking. Every step feels like the end of the world. People are running everywhere, but there's nowhere to go, nowhere to hide. And then Jinwoo notices something. The other statues, the ones holding instruments, flutes, drums, harps, and it clicks. Praise the Lord isn't about words, it's about music. He screams at everyone, "Get to the statues with instruments," and he bolts toward one holding a flute. Behind him, the giant is crushing people like they're nothing. It's a massacre. Absolute chaos. Jinwoo reaches a statue. Nothing happens. And you can see the panic in his face. Like, did I mess this up? Then, the statue starts to play. And suddenly, this beautiful, haunting melody fills the hall. And the giant? It stops. One by one, the survivors find their own musician statues. The entire hall fills with music. Soft, divine, creepy as hell. And the giant just stands there, listening, vibing, surrounded by the crushed bodies of their friends. Bro, that is so messed up. For a moment, they think they've won. They're standing there, breathing for the first time in minutes, alive. But Jinwoo knows better. He looks back at the tablet. There's still one line left. Third commandment, prove your faith. And when he looks at the blood covering the floor, he knows one thing for sure. The final test is going to be the most brutal one yet. People are crying, actually crying. They're hugging each other like, we survived, we're alive. But Jinwoo? No, he's not celebrating. He's staring at the center of the room, and his hands are shaking. And then, the floor starts moving. A massive stone altar rises up right in the middle of the hall. And instantly, I'm like, yeah, that's not a reward. This is the third commandment. Prove your faith. And that's when Jinwoo gets it. Faith here isn't about praying. It's not about words. It's about sacrifice. He tells everyone to gather around the altar. They're terrified, but they listen. Because let's be real, he's the only reason they're still alive. As soon as they form a circle, flames ignite on the altar. Blue flames, ghostly flames. One flame for every person still alive. And I'm sitting there like, okay, cool light show, but what's the catch? Then the god statue moves again. Not to attack, just watching, waiting. And at the same time, the massive doors at the end of the hall open just a little bit. The exit. Freedom. But yeah, there's a catch. Every time someone steps out toward the door, the red eyes of the wall statues start glowing, and one flame on the altar goes out. That's when Jinwoo realizes the sick rules of the game. As long as people stay in the circle, the door stays open. But the moment someone leaves, the monsters move closer. And this is where people reveal who they really are. One veteran hunter just snaps. He screams, "I'm not dying for you people," and he bolts for the door. One flame, out. The statues take one step closer. Then another person runs, and another. Every time someone leaves, the people left behind are in even more danger. I'm yelling at my screen like, "You cowards! He saved your lives!" Now the monsters are right there, inches away. Juhi, the healer, can't even move. She's frozen in fear. Jinwoo is holding her, trying to calm her down, but he knows there's not enough time. Not for everyone. Jinwoo looks at the altar, then at the door slowly closing, then at his bleeding leg. And in that moment, he decides. He stays behind so Juhi and the leader can escape. And bro, I'm not gonna lie, I was tearing up. Because the world's weakest hunter, the guy everyone laughed at, he's making the most heroic choice in the entire dungeon. And he's doing it completely alone. The doors are slamming shut, and Jinwoo is left behind, alone. Just him, a broken leg, and a room full of stone monsters that want him dead. And I'm staring at the screen like, no way, they actually left him? After everything he did? Man, that hurt. The last flame on the altar goes out. For a split second, total darkness. And then, red eyes. Hundreds of them, glowing in the dark. And here's the worst part. The statues aren't walking anymore. They're sprinting. Jinwoo tries to stand. His body says no. He collapses against the altar, gripping his broken blade. He looks up at the giant god on the throne, and the statue is smiling. That twisted stone grin, like it's laughing right in his face. And you can see it in his eyes. Is this it? Is this how the world's weakest hunter dies? He thinks about his mom in the hospital, his sister waiting for him to come home for dinner. The regret? Man, it's painful to watch. The stone knights reach him. One raises a sword, another lifts a mace, and Jinwoo doesn't close his eyes. He screams, "If I had one more chance, if I could just be a little stronger." He's not begging for mercy. He's begging for a fight. The weapons come down, everything turns white. And I'm like, okay, that's it. Shortest series ever. The main character just died. But then, everything stops. Time itself freezes, and suddenly, a screen appears in front of him. Not stone, digital, like a video game interface. And I'm reading it like, wait, what? A secret quest? The system gives him a choice. Accept the power and become a player, or your heart stops in 0.02 seconds. I mean, that's not really a choice, right? With his last breath, Jinwoo whispers, I accept. And boom, a massive wave of blue energy erupts from his body. The stone statues are blown back. The entire temple starts collapsing. And the screen lights up, "Welcome, player." Bro, the hype was unreal. I was literally jumping off my couch. Jinwoo passes out as the light swallows everything. The world's weakest hunter is gone. Jinwoo opens his eyes, and for a second, he thinks he's dead. It's quiet, it's white, and there are 0 giant statues trying to smash his skull. He's in a hospital bed, and I'm like, wait, how did he even get out of that temple alive? He looks around and sees people from the Hunters Association. They're staring at him like he's some kind of miracle. They tell him he was found alone inside the dungeon. And the crazy part? The entire place was empty. No statues, no bodies, nothing. Like the nightmare never even happened. But Jinwoo knows the truth, because right in front of his face, there it is, a floating digital screen that only he can see. System, you have unread messages. Bro, it looks exactly like a video game HUD. I was losing it, like, no way, he actually got a cheat code for real life? The association guys think he's traumatized, because yeah, he's staring at literal air. They even test his mana, thinking maybe he had a second awakening. But nope, the results come back, same old E rank, still the weakest hunter. And I'm just smiling like, yeah, just wait, they have no idea what's coming. Once he's finally alone, Jinwoo starts digging into the system. Quest log, inventory, status window, strength, agility, intelligence. It's all there. And then it hits him. If he clears quests, he can level up. In a world where your rank is fixed at birth, that's basically illegal. And then he sees it. The daily quest. And bro, this is not a joke. 100 push-ups, 100 sit-ups, 100 squats, and a 10-kilometer run. I'm laughing like, is this man training to become Saitama? Jinwoo thinks it's fake, ignores it. Worst decision ever. The timer hits 0. Warning, you have failed to complete the daily quest. And suddenly, the room starts shaking, and boom, a sandstorm swallows him whole. Next thing you know, he's dropped into a penalty zone, a massive desert. And what's waiting for him? Giant poison centipedes. The system tells him he has to survive for 4 hours, all because he skipped leg day. I'm screaming at my screen, "Run, Jinwoo! Run for your life!" He's sprinting, bleeding, sweating, thinking, I can't die again. And that's when something snaps. He finally gets it. The system isn't here to help him. It's here to force him to become strong. 4 hours later, he's back in the hospital room, looking like he crawled out of a blender. But then the screen pops up. Quest complete. Rewards, status points, and full recovery. And instantly, his wounds vanish. His body feels lighter, stronger, alive. He looks at himself in the mirror, and for the first time, he smiles. Because the world's weakest hunter? Yeah, he's officially dead. The grind starts right now. Jinwoo's back in the hospital, and this time, he's not wasting a single second. Every day, same routine. 100 push-ups, 100 sit-ups, 100 squats, over and over and over again. He's doing it so much, even the nurses are looking at him like, yeah, this guy's lost it. But nah, he's not crazy. He's seeing results. He opens his status window, and bro, his muscles are actually showing, like for real. He's dumping all his points into strength and agility. He's faster, sharper, and suddenly the world's weakest hunter? Yeah, that label's starting to feel real shaky. And then, jackpot. He pulls a random loot box and gets this. Item acquired, key to an instance dungeon. And I'm like, oh, here we go. first solo raid. The key points him straight to a subway station. He shows up trying to look normal, but you can feel the confidence. He raises the key, uses it in the air, and boom. Warning, you're entering an instance dungeon. You cannot leave until the boss is defeated. Bro, no team, no healer, just him. He steps inside and the station looks post-apocalyptic. Vines everywhere, dead silence. And then a growl. From the shadows, 3 massive wolves step out. Steel fangs, pure killer vibes. In the past, one of these things would have ended him. But now, nah. Jinwoo moves like a blur, dodging, weaving. Everything feels slow motion. And that's when he realizes he's actually strong now. He grabs his old broken dagger. It's trash, but in his hands, deadly. He drives it straight into the first wolf's neck. The beast drops, and instantly, you have leveled up. Bro! And he doesn't stop. He goes full whirlwind mode. Second wolf, down. Third wolf, finished. And then the system hits him again. Title earned, Wolf Slayer. Every kill, stronger. Every step, more confident. But then he feels it. Something bigger, something worse. Deep in the tunnels. He keeps going. The monsters get tougher. He's covered in blood, clothes torn to shreds. But his eyes? Focused, locked in. He's not scared anymore. He's hungry. Hungry for XP. And then the ground starts shaking. From the darkness, a massive scaly tail slides out. The boss. A giant swamp serpent. Blue venom fang Rasaka. Jinwoo tightens his grip on the dagger and smiles. Because this is what he trained for. Let the real boss fight begin. The entire subway tunnel is shaking, and this isn't just some big snake. This is Blue Venom Fang Rasaka, a legit god-tier boss for someone who was E-rank like a week ago. I'm looking at its size like, bro, one bite and he's done. The serpent strikes, and it's fast, like blink and you're dead fast. Jinwoo barely dodges and instantly realizes something horrible. His broken dagger doesn't even scratch it. Those scales are insane. It's like trying to cut a tank with a butter knife. He's getting pushed back. Cornered. The serpent's scales are too thick, and its venomous breath is literally melting the concrete. Jinwoo sweating, breathing hard, but he's not panicking. Nah, he's thinking. And then he notices it. The neck, slightly softer. He jumps for it, but Rasaka isn't dumb. The tail whips around and smacks him midair. He slams into the wall, coughing up blood, and I'm screaming at my screen, "Get up, Jinwoo! Don't let it end like this!" The snake opens its mouth. This is it, the finishing bite. But Jinwoo? This is why he dumped everything into strength. He drops the useless knife and grabs the serpent's jaws with his bare hands. Bro, the raw power here? Absolutely insane. I'm not the same loser I was before. With a roar, he forces the jaws apart. You can see the muscles bulging in his arms. The system? Yeah, it's paying off. He finds the opening and drives his broken blade straight into the monster's eye. The Rasaka goes crazy, thrashing, destroying the entire station. But Jinwoo, he doesn't let go. At this point, he looks like a straight-up demon. Finally, the giant serpent collapses, dead. Silence. And then the notifications explode. You have defeated the boss. Level up, level up. Bro, he jumps multiple levels at once. Then comes the loot. Legendary loot. Rasaka's venom, Rasaka's fang. And that fang becomes his new weapon. A dagger made from the boss itself. Paralysis, bleeding effects. Talk about an upgrade. Jinwoo walks forward, and the dungeon fades away. He's back in a normal subway station. People everywhere. But he's not the same. Clothes torn, covered in blood, standing tall. He looks down at his hands and realizes it. I can really do this. I can become the strongest. The grind is officially real, bro. Jinwoo finally gets the all clear from the hospital. And bro, the vibes? Completely different. He's standing at the exit and you can feel it.
the air around him feels heavier. This isn't that fragile kid anymore. This guy, he's a player now. He starts walking through the city, and for the first time, he notices everything. People's movements, sounds, distances. It's like his senses are turned up to 11. He checks his status window, and bro, those stats? Yeah, he's starting to look legit. Then he gets home and we see his family side. His little sister Jin Ai's there, same attitude as always. She's squinting at him like, did you get taller? And why do you look like you've been living in the gym? She's suspicious, but in that classic little sister way. And then, reality check. Jin-woo looks at his bank account, and yeah, it's basically empty. Hospital bills, rent, food. Being a hunter is expensive, and E-rank money? Trash. So he starts looking for work, and that's when he finds it. A C-rank raid, looking for fillers. Basically people who just stand there so the party meets the legal requirement. Easy money, but risky for someone with his rank. But Jin-woo just smiles, because he's not going there to watch. He's going there to test his limits. So he shows up at the meeting point, and the first thing he sees, this massive, expensive van. Out steps the leader, Hwang Dong-suk. Big dude, built like a tank, all smiles, all hey brother energy. But if you've seen enough movies, you know, that smile is way too perfect. Then he sees the rest of the crew. 8 guys, strong, confident, laughing and joking, but they don't feel like a team. They feel like a pack. They look at Jin-woo and go, an E-rank? Perfect. He'll make a great helper. Bro, they're literally calling him baggage to his face. And then another car pulls up, and out steps this kid, Yoo Jin-ho, decked out in gear that looks straight out of a sci-fi museum. Platinum-grade armor, a sword that probably costs more than Jin-woo's entire life. He's a D-rank, and yeah, you can tell he's never been in a real fight. The contract is simple. Jin-woo and Jin-ho don't have to fight. They just carry bags and stay out of the way. 2 million won just for standing there. Jin-ho's eyes light up like, wow, what a great deal. But Jin-woo, nah, he's staring at Dong-suk, thinking, why would they pay so much for someone who does nothing? They enter the gate, and instantly the atmosphere shifts. This dungeon, full-on nightmare fuel. Insects everywhere, giant spiders, larvae, just nope. Dong-suk's team starts clearing the entrance, and honestly, they're good, really good. But Jin-woo isn't watching the monsters, he's watching the hunters, studying them, reading the room. Because deep down, he knows something bad is coming. So the group keeps moving deeper into the dungeon, and bro, it's getting nasty fast. Walls are covered in these thick, sticky spider webs. The air smells like straight up rot, like you can taste the decay. Dong-suk's crew is clearing the small monsters like it's nothing, easy, zero effort. And Jin-woo notices something off. They're not using magic at all. And I'm instantly like, bro, no. They're not saving that for the boss. They're saving it for something else. Then, boom, they find it. A massive hole in the ground, just straight down. They slide in and bro, huge cavern, glowing mana crystals everywhere. Walls, ceiling, everything is shining. I'm talking a literal fortune, millions, just sitting there. And Jin-ho, the rich kid, he's losing it. Dude thinks they just won the lottery of their lives. But then, center of the room, a spider. Sleeping, the boss, the brood mother. Spikes everywhere, venom dripping, just nightmare fuel. Everyone freezes because instantly, they all get it. They can't mine the crystals without waking that thing up. And this is where the vibe goes from easy raid to somebody's not making it out. Dong-suk turns to Jin-woo and Jin-ho with this fake sad face, and he goes, guys, we forgot the mining tools in the van. We'll go grab them real quick. You two stay here and watch the boss. Don't let it wake up, okay? Bro, I'm screaming. Don't trust him. This is a setup. But Jin-ho, man, he's like, sure, Mr. Dong-suk, take your time. And the second they leave, boom, crash. They collapse the entrance. No light, no exit. Just 2 weak hunters and a giant spider boss. Jin-ho completely panics, crying, digging at rocks with his hands. And then it hits him. They were bait, fodder. Dead men tell no tales. Dong-suk wants the crystals all for himself. Bro, that betrayal was ice cold. And then, the sound. Scream! The vibrations wake her up. Eyes snap open, all of them, glowing. She's looking at them like food. Jin-ho? Frozen, can't move. But then, Jin-woo, no shaking, no panic. He takes off his jacket, calm, pulls out Risaka's fang. Blue energy starts swirling. Bro, this is it. This is the moment. First time he's about to show his real power in front of someone. Hey, stay back. Spider lunges, legs like spears. And then boom, whoosh, he vanishes. Too fast to see. He's not trapped with the spider. The spider is trapped with him. Last panel, Jin-woo standing there, eyes glowing cold blue. That dungeon, that death trap? Yeah, nah. That's his personal training room now. I was losing it like, yes, show them, rip her apart. The broodmother is shrieking, like this soul-piercing scream just fills the entire cavern. She thinks she's got two easy snacks, like free food. Bro, she has no idea she just stepped into the ring with an actual monster. Jin-ho is curled up in a ball, praying to every god he knows, every religion, all of them. And Jin-woo? He's just standing there, not moving, calculating. The spider lunges, boom. Her legs crash down like steel girders, shattering the stone floor. But Jin-woo is gone, just gone. He's using his boosted agility, moving like a ghost, running up walls, dodging webs midair. Bro, it looks like a high-budget action movie, no joke. He pulls out Risaka's fang. The blue glow lights up the entire cave. And he's not just attacking, he's dissecting her. Schnink. One leg, gone. Another, flying. The spider starts panicking because she realizes that armor-plated skin? Yeah, it's getting peeled back like an orange. Jin-ho opens one eye and sees this E-rank weakling absolutely destroying a C-rank boss. His jaw is on the floor. He's like, is this a dream? Did I die already? Nah, kid, you're just watching a legend being born. The broodmother goes for one last move, desperation. She sprays acid venom everywhere. But Jin-woo doesn't retreat, doesn't dodge back. He hits the ceiling, uses it like a springboard, and launches himself like a rocket straight at her head. Boom! He drives the dagger straight into her skull. Crunch! The massive body twitches, collapses. Still. Dead silence. Jin-woo stands on top of the corpse, breathing hard, covered in green monster blood. And then, system sounds. Level up, level up, level up. Rewards are pouring in. But Jin-woo, he's not smiling. He's staring at the blocked entrance because he knows the real monsters aren't the ones with 8 legs. They're the ones who held the rocks. And suddenly, the rocks start moving. Dong-suk and his crew are clearing the entrance, laughing, joking. All right, let's clean up the remains, grab the crystals. They're expecting 2 half-eaten corpses. Then, suddenly, silence. The entrance opens, and they freeze. They see the dead boss, they see the rich kid alive, and then they see Jin-woo standing in the shadows, eyes glowing like 2 cold blue stars. The temperature in the room drops to sub-zero. Dong-suk's smile disappears. He reaches for his sword, growling, "How are you still alive?" And Jin-woo just looks at them, dead, cold, and says, "You guys shouldn't have come back." Bro, the tension right here, you could cut it with a knife.
Dong-suk isn't stupid. You can literally see it click in his head. False rancor. Someone hiding their real power to hunt other hunters. At first, he tries to play it cool. Calm face, fake smile. But then he realizes one thing. He can't let witnesses leave, so he gives a signal. And just like that, the crew closes in, surrounding Jinwoo and the rich kid Jinho. Jinho is terrified, absolutely shaking. He starts throwing money at the problem, offers anything, everything. Take it all, just let us go. Dong-suk laughs, because in his mind, decisions already made. 2 more bodies in a dungeon? Just business. He turns to his men and says, start with the weak one. And Jinwoo is just standing there, looking at them, thinking, I saved them. I cleared the boss, and now they want to kill me? You can feel it, the old Jinwoo fighting back. He doesn't want this, doesn't want to be a murderer. He hesitates, still searching for a human way out. And then, system alert. Blue screen pops up, but this time, blood red. Urgent quest. Kill the entities with murderous intent. This isn't advice. This isn't optional. It's an order. The system spells it out. The system uses the player, and the player uses the system. If you are weak, you die. And the penalty? Death. His heart is pounding. The screen is flashing red. It's like the system is screaming at him, wake up. And this is where the old Jinwoo dies. He looks at the hunters, and he doesn't see people anymore. He sees targets, XP. He realizes kindness in this world, that's just a fast way to get buried. The first hunter charges, massive axe, full swing. Jinwoo doesn't flinch. He just looks at him, eyes completely cold. No fear, no hesitation, just survival. The axe comes down, and Jinwoo dodges it like it's moving in slow motion. The hunter freezes. How is he so fast? No answer. Jinwoo grabs his arm. Leather and bone straining, grip tightening, and the chapter ends with Jinwoo whispering to himself, if the system wants me to be a killer to survive, then so be it. He accepts the quest. The blue light in his eyes? Gone, replaced by something darker. The real hunt is about to begin.
The quest is active. The timer is ticking. And Jinwoo? He's not hesitating anymore. The air around him is literally shivering, pure killing intent. Dong-suk's crew thinks they're about to jump a weakling, but what they're really doing is jumping straight into a meat grinder. One hunter charges with a sword. Swish! Jinwoo doesn't even pull his dagger yet. He sidesteps, clean, and drives a palm strike straight into the guy's face. Crunch! Helmet shatters. Dude's out cold before he even hits the ground. Yeah, the laughing stops real quick. What are you standing around for? Kill him! Dong-suk is losing it. 2 hunters fire magic, fireballs, stone spears. But Jinwoo? Bro, he's a glitch in the Matrix. He's moving so fast, he's leaving after images. One blink, he's already in their faces. He pulls out Rasaka's fang. Blue steel flashes in the dark. Schneck, schneck, schneck. 1, 2, 3. This isn't a fight. It's an execution. Every strike surgical, vitals only. Hunters drop one by one. Target neutralized. Target neutralized. Over and over. Jinho is watching from the corner, completely traumatized. He looks at Jinwoo's face. Blank. No anger, no joy. Just cold, mechanical focus. And that's when it hits him. The guy standing there isn't the one who carried his bags. It's a predator. Now, it's just Dong-suk and his top lieutenants, sweating, backing away. They start begging, wait, let's talk. We can share the crystals. Jinwoo looks at them and whispers, the system told me to kill you, and I don't want to die. Dong-suk snaps, full power. He swings his massive sword in a desperate arc, and Jinwoo catches the blade with his bare hand. Grunk! Dong-suk freezes. The look on his face? Pure horror, because right there, he understands. The gap between them isn't skill. It's a puddle and an ocean. One clean movement. Rasaka's fang finds its mark. Dong-suk, the man who thought he ruled this dungeon, drops like a sack of bricks. Silence. Only the sound of dripping blood. Urgent quest complete. Rewards, status points increased. Jinwoo stands among the corpses, looks at his hands. No shaking, no guilt, nothing. He's accepted it. Strength is everything. He turns to Jinho. Let's grab the crystals and get out of here. The kid doesn't argue. He just nods and follows like a lost puppy. They step out of the gate. Sunlight hits Jinwoo's face, but his shadow, darker than ever. The player has arrived. And bro, he's just getting started. The dust finally settles. And the silence? Bro, it's deafening. Jinwoo is standing there, surrounded by bodies. But here's the thing. He doesn't look like a murderer. He looks like a survivor. And it hits him. The system didn't curse him. It saved his life. Dark realization, but he's already moving on. Eugene Ho is still in the corner, shaking, looking at Jinwoo like he's staring at a literal god of death. Jinwoo walks up to him, and for a split second, Jinho thinks he's next. But Jinwoo just says, start mining. No emotion, because they need the loot, and they need to erase the evidence before the gate closes. They exit the gate, and the sun hits hard. Hunters Association inspectors are already there. They look inside, 2 survivors, and a mountain of corpses. And they're like, how did 2 low rankers survive a C-rank boss and an entire party dying? That's when Eugene Ho steps up. Yeah, he's scared of Jinwoo, but he's loyal. He feeds them the cover story. The boss killed everyone. We survived because we hid in a hole. Boom. Instant alibi. The inspectors aren't convinced, so they scan Jinwoo's mana. Again. And just like before, 0.00. Nothing. The meter doesn't move. To the entire world? He's still the weakest hunter. Bro, I was dying laughing. The strongest guy in the room is completely invisible to their tech. Jinwoo goes home. Daily quest pops up again. 100 push-ups, 100 squats. He does it like it's nothing. But then he checks his rewards, status points, and he dumps them all into intelligence and perception. Because he's not just getting stronger, he's getting smarter. He looks at his reflection in the window. His eyes, they've changed. There's a sharpness there, something dangerous. And he realizes he can't go back. He's a player now. And the world? That's his playground. The TV turns on. Tragedy in a C-rank dungeon. 8 hunters dead. His sister, Jin-ah, is watching, worried sick. And Jinwoo? He's just sitting there, eating dinner, like nothing happened. Bro, the contrast? Absolutely insane. Then his phone rings. It's Eugene Ho. But this time, he's not calling in fear. He's calling with a plan, a proposal. He wants Jinwoo's help. Clear 19 more dungeons, get his hunter's license, take over his father's company. Jinwoo listens. Money, power, secret leveling. He looks at the daily quest notification and smiles. Because right here, a partnership is born. One that'll change everything. The weakest hunter is gone. The king is rising. So Jinwoo heads to a local park just to test out his new scent stat. He closes his eyes and boom! It's like the world switches to high-definition audio. Bro, he can hear a bird's heart beating from 50 meters away. He can feel the exact moment the wind shifts direction. At this point, he's not just a hunter anymore. He's becoming a predator. And even while all that's happening, daily quest never stops. 100 push-ups, 100 squats. He's doing them right there in the middle of the park. People are staring at him like he's some gym psycho. But Jinwoo, he doesn't care because he knows every single rep is pushing him closer to godhood. And then, hard cut. America.
And bro, the vibe shift is insane. Hero training? Nah, this is straight up horror. We meet Huang Dong-soo. This dude is a monster of a man. S-rank hunter, a legend, and he just got the news. His brother, Dong-suk, and his entire crew wiped out in a C-rank dungeon. The reporter says there were only 2 survivors. Dong-soo doesn't cry. He doesn't scream. He just boils because he knows his brother was a killer, and he knows something doesn't add up. He crushes a glass in his hand like it's paper, blood dripping. He's coming back to Korea, and he's coming for blood. I was like, Jin-woo, you better level up fast, because bro, a storm is coming. Back to Jin-woo. Quest complete. Reward received. Item random loot box. He opens it and a glowing purple key appears. Item key to the demon castle. S rank. Bro, my jaw hit the floor. An S rank dungeon key for an E rank hunter? The system is basically telling him, oh, you want power? Then survive this. Jin-woo looks at the key, then at the location, Hapjeong's subway station. He knows he's not ready, but he can't stop thinking about it. So he goes. He stands in front of the gate, and the aura coming off this thing, bro, it's different, dark, heavy. It smells like death. He checks his stats, checks his dagger, thinks about his family, because he knows if he wants to protect them from monsters like Dong-soo, he needs the power hidden inside this S-rank hell. He uses the key. The air ripples. A massive dark portal opens. System. Entering instance dungeon. Demon castle. Warning, you cannot leave until you die or complete the quest. That's it. No turning back. Welcome to hell. Jin-woo steps into the demon castle, and instantly you can tell this isn't a cave. This is a city. A burning city. Flames everywhere. The heat is suffocating. Every breath feels heavy, like the air itself is trying to kill him. This is an S-rank world. And the system? Yeah, it's not playing around anymore. And then, out of the flames, something moves. The gatekeeper arrives. Cerberus. 3 heads, eyes glowing like molten lava, and his name, Blood Red. The moment Jin-woo sees it, he understands. He's outclassed. This isn't a fight. This is a struggle just to stay alive. The beast lunges. Shockwaves rip through the ground. Jin-woo activates dash, but even the air pressure is crushing his body. He stabs with Rasaka's fang, but the defense? Insane. Barely a scratch. Every second is a misstep away from death. Every move hurts, burns, breaks. This isn't combat, it's survival. And then, one chance, one opening. Jin-woo pins one of the heads, ignoring the pain, ignoring the burning flesh. He drives the blade deep. Rah! The sound shakes the entire city. The giant collapses. Flames die down. Jin-woo drops to one knee, burnt, broken, barely standing. But when the dust settles, he's still alive. He's the one standing. Rewards appear. And bro, look at this haul. Warden's necklace, plus 20 agility, plus 20 cents. Castle door key, Cerberus fang. He survived the impossible and came out stronger. Now, hard cut. From flames to a cold, dark room in the city. An old man sits at a table, broken, shaking. Across from him, a hunter in a sharp suit. And somehow, the air here feels even deadlier than the dungeon. The old man slams a bag on the table. Here's 20 billion. His hands are trembling. His voice cracks. Please, kill those bastards. This isn't business. This is revenge for his daughter, and he's ready to burn a fortune for it. The hunter smiles. Not a friendly smile,
A predator smile. His name? Kang Taishik. He calmly asks for more, another 10 billion, to silence the witnesses. Then he leans in, and Taishik says, "For me, it's much more fun to kill people than monsters." And just like that, you realize something. Monsters don't just live in dungeons, they walk among us. Jin-woo steps back into the real world, standing there, right at the subway entrance. He opens his status window. Yeah, he's stronger now, but the demon castle showed him something important. The gap. He's not ready for S-rank hell yet. He needs a middle ground, a place to grind, to sharpen himself, because he's not just a hunter anymore. He's thinking ahead, planning his next evolution. And then, a notification. The association is organizing a special raid. Not enough hunters, so they're bringing in convict hunters, criminals clearing dungeons to earn reduced sentences. And the ones supervising them? The monitoring department. We see the meeting point. Jin-woo arrives, and he freezes for a second. He recognizes them. Familiar faces. Survivors from the double dungeon. They lived, but they're still E-rank, still scared, still broken. The air is heavy. You can feel the distrust, the fear. Nobody here feels safe. Then the bus arrives. Doors open, and out step the convicts, chained, scarred, looking less like people and more like animals. They don't look like backup. They look like predators looking for food. And standing behind them, calm, relaxed, with that same chilling smile, Kang Taishik. Taishik scans the group, one by one. Then, his eyes lock onto Jin-woo, just for a second. He doesn't see the weakest hunter. He feels something. Something wrong, like a shark sensing another shark in the water. But the smile never leaves his face. He has a job, and 30 billion won is waiting. The gate opens. D-rank dungeon. Supposed to be easy, routine. But Jin-woo's sensed that. It's screaming, because he knows, with criminals in chains and a paid killer in the party, the real danger isn't the monsters. It's the people behind him. They enter the darkness. The convicts start laughing, mocking the low rankers, pushing boundaries. Taishik just watches, hands resting on his blade, waiting, patient, like a viper coiled tight, ready to strike. Jin-woo stays at the back, silent. He pulls his dagger out just a few inches, checks the edge, not because of the dungeon, because of Taishik. And in his mind, if the system tells me to kill you, I won't hesitate. The first goblins attack. The convicts rush forward. Brutal, violent. Blood splashes everywhere. It's messy, chaotic. And in the middle of it, Jin-woo is already moving, like a ghost. Enemies dropping before anyone even notices. The party moves deeper into the tunnel. The shadows stretch. The light fades. And behind them, the exit is gone. The stage is set for a bloodbath. The party splits up. The oldest mistake in the book. But Kang Tae-shik insists on it. He takes the convicts down one tunnel, while the survivors from the double dungeon stay with Jin-woo. And Jin-woo's sense? It's redlining, screaming, because he knows. He knows exactly what's about to happen in the dark. Then, a scream. Not a monster, not a roar. A human voice, begging. The E-rank hunters freeze, paralyzed. But Jin-woo, he moves, fast, like a shadow skipping across stone walls. He reaches the source of the sound and stops, because what he sees is a nightmare. The convicts, those brutal, violent criminals, slaughtered, but not by goblins,
Kang Tae-shik is standing there, blade dripping with blood, bodies at his feet, and on his face, pure euphoria. This isn't supervision. This is harvesting. One of the convicts crawls back, begging, "Why? We did everything you said." Tae-shik tilts his head, smiles, "Because I was paid. And honestly, I just felt like it." Execution. No hesitation. Then, Tae-shik feels it. Someone behind him. He turns and sees Jinwoo. He blinks. Usually people run from him. This kid? He's standing still. "Oh?" Tae-shik chuckles. "Guess you're next on the invoice." The air changes. It feels colder, like the temperature just dropped 20 degrees. Jinwoo isn't shaking. His eyes are calm, cold. That faint blue glow burning quietly. He understands. Tae-shik isn't human to him. He's just another monster. And monsters get eliminated. Tae-shik vanishes, literally. Assassin class, stealth, speed. 1 second he's there, next, gone. Jinwoo closes his eyes. He doesn't need sight. His sense is maxed. He can feel it. A heartbeat, moving, circling, in the shadows. Clang. Jinwoo blocks a strike from behind, without even turning. Tae-shik's eyes widen. What? How did an E rank block that? And right there, confusion sets in. And for a killer, that's the first step toward the grave. Jinwoo draws his dagger. No words, no warning, just intent. He's not fighting to survive anymore. He's fighting to win. The system pings. Emergency quest. Kill the enemy. The rules are simple. Kill or be killed. The two of them stand in the blood-soaked cavern. A legal executioner and the system's chosen player. The real fight hasn't even started, but you can feel it. One of them is not leaving this dungeon alive. But Jinwoo, he doesn't move. He closes his eyes, perfectly still. He's not looking. He's listening, feeling the vibrations in the air. Boom! Tae-shik strikes from the blind spot, daggers flashing like lightning. Clang, clang, clang! Sparks explode in the darkness. Jinwoo isn't dodging, he's parrying. Every single blow. The tunnel lights up only from their blades. Tae-shik is losing it. In his head, this kid's reactions, they're beyond S-rank speed. Jinwoo goes on the offensive. Dash. Boom! He turns into a freight train of pure force. No longer E-rank, not even close. He lunges. Tae-shik barely blocks. And you see it. Fear creeping into his eyes. Tae-shik snaps, drops the professional mask, goes full berserk. Bloodlust. The air turns red. His speed doubles. Steel everywhere. Blood everywhere. Jinwoo is getting grazed. HP dropping. But he's smiling because he's not panicking. He's learning. Patterns. Timing. "You're a monster!" Tae-shik screams, loses control. He goes for the throat. A killing blow. Jinwoo doesn't dodge. He takes it. Schnick! Blade into the shoulder. A calculated sacrifice. He steps in and grabs Tae-shik's arm. Like a steel vice. No escape. Got you. Jinwoo activates murderous intent. The pressure slams down. Tae-shik can't breathe. His heart feels like it's being crushed. He freezes. And then a split-second fight? A split second is forever. Rasika's fang drives straight through Tae-shik's chest. The poison kicks in instantly, veins crawling black up his neck. The executioner. Now, the victim. Tae-shik collapses to his knees, coughing blood. He looks up. For the first time, he doesn't see a hunter. He doesn't see a player. He sees death. "What are you?" No answer. Just cold blue eyes staring back. Emergency quest complete. XP floods in. But there's more.
A bonus. New skill acquired. Stealth. The shadow has learned how to hide. Jinwoo stands over the body, blood dripping from his blade. The survivors watch from the darkness, frozen, terrified, because now they understand. The man who saved them is more dangerous than anything in this dungeon. The era of the weakest hunter, dead, buried, gone.
All right, dust from the fight with Kang Taishik finally settles. Jinwoo's back home, and boom, new plan. The 19 raid marathon? Yeah, it's officially happening. But there's a problem. To enter a C-rank dungeon, you need at least 8 people. And right now, it's just Jinwoo and Jinho. 2 dudes. That's it. So Jinho goes into hustle mode, recruitment mission. He needs fillers. And not heroes, not fighters. Nah, he needs people who'll take the cash, keep their mouths shut, and do absolutely nothing. He finds them. A failed actor, a construction worker, a couple guys who just look tired, desperate. He tells them straight up, you get paid for sitting at the entrance. Don't fight, don't ask questions, just breathe. And of course they're like, a C-rank raid with 1 fighter? Bro, are you insane? Then Jinho pulls out the money, pays them up front. And suddenly, nobody cares if he's insane. The ghost team is officially born. Meanwhile, Hunters Association, inspectors tracking gates. They notice something weird. The Yumyang Han group, they're buying up every C-rank gate in the area. Inspectors are confused. Why is a billionaire's son wasting money on trash-tier dungeons? They shrug it off. Rich kid playing hero. Yeah, sure. Next morning, first gate, the team meets up. And bro, the fillers are terrified. They look at Jinwoo, plain clothes, E-rank badge. They're like, oh, we're dead. Jinho's trying to act like a boss, but he's sweating too. Jinwoo doesn't even look at them. He's staring at the gate, feeling the mana, because he's not here for money. He's here for XP. He checks his stats, rechecks his points, everything's perfect. This dungeon? It's about to become his personal gym. Stay here. That's it. Not a suggestion, an order. Jinwoo steps into the gate, alone. Time goes. The fillers are just standing there, holding their cheap gear, looking at each other. Hunters outside start whispering. It's been 20 minutes. He's probably dead. And then the portal ribbles. Pause. Someone steps out. It's Jinwoo. No wounds, no scratches, not even breathing hard. He looks bored, like he just finished a warm-up. And right there, everyone understands. The 19 raid marathon, it's officially begun.